Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyamunda, and yeah, it feels good to be back. I have been off posting videos on my channel for a while now. It's been over 2 months, I think, probably close to 2 months. I'm not sure, but I think it's more than 2 months that I've been off YouTube. But today I decided to come on here and just do a quick update as to why I have just not been able to just share videos. Since the last video that I shared, I've been getting sick, and I think with the last video, I think a week after that, it was the Omicron variant that was going on, the coronavirus that was going on at the time, and I think we all got it, my husband and I and the kids. But strange enough, in all of that, I was the one that took the longest to recover. I think when everybody else was fine, I think I was still not okay a week after that. And in all of that, I was quite really despondent, because my husband and I had really taken the initiative to start being healthier, like we're eating healthier, we're exercising. At least I was being consistent with my exercise routine and stuff like that. So I didn't understand why I was just not, my health wasn't okay. But anyway, with all that being said, November, throughout the whole of November and December, I kept exercising, being strict with my routine, keeping at it, not knowing that was causing damage to my hernia. I had a hernia in my stomach. A hernia is like a hole that's in your tummy. For me, it had been there for quite a long time. I think I only found out about it 7 years ago when I went for my checkup, my annual checkup, and the doctor told me about it. But apparently it had been there since after my first pregnancy, but it was small, but it kept growing and it kept getting bigger and bigger. And I had ways of kind of managing it, managing the pain, or just suppressing the pain. I'd find a way to push it back inside. And for in all the time where I had been trying to manage it, not knowing that I was actually causing it to be worse, because it kept growing and getting bigger instead of being more painful, to the point where now it was now taking a hold, entangling my intestines, to the point where my intestines would get entangled within that hernia, and it was just a painful experience. So I ended up having to go for surgery, and it was an emergency kind of surgery. And this is quite recent. I think it's probably been a week since I've been back from the hospital. But I'm gonna rewind and literally start back from, I think, around November, December, where it really started being painful, because that's when the pain was now just so severe, and I did not know how to manage it, and I couldn't even suppress the intensity of it, because I had, like I said, it's been years that I've had it, and I found ways just to manage it and just to control the pain. But now it was just getting out of hand, and I didn't know that it was because of me exercising, and obviously the muscles on my stomach, which were now, I don't know if they were shrinking or what was happening, which was causing even more pain, and the intensity of the pain to be just so severe. And so December went by, it was fun. Christmas was okay, that weekend was good. We had fun. It was just us as a family. I ate a lot, thinking that I would work it off, obviously, through the exercising, and I did that. So by the time January came, I was exercising, back to my routine, my exercise routine, still not knowing, being ignorant of the fact that me exercising and stretching my muscles on my stomach like that was causing the hole to be even bigger, the hernia to be stretched out and bigger, and which was in turn just causing even more damage to my intestines, my organs and stuff like that. So yeah, I literally blame my own ignorance and just me not acting on it the time that I should have acted on it, to the point where now the intensity of the pain would be for longer periods of time, and it would be so severe that I wouldn't be able to walk. rewind. Okay, now fast forward to January and rewind to now, like the first week of January. We're now, I think it was the second week or the third week, I can't remember. On a Saturday where it got so bad that I couldn't walk the whole day. I was sleeping on the couch. I couldn't even sleep on the bed. My husband would come and check up on me, and it was just a disaster. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything around the house, and it got so bad to the point where I think I stayed with it for the whole week. That pain, the intensity of the pain was so bad. And it was the week of our fasting at church, and I was still forced to go to church with the pain. I was hoping that, what, I don't know, it would just miraculously go away, but it didn't. And what, at a certain point, I just decided to make peace with the fact that I might have to go for surgery, and I did. And the Saturday after the fasting, I think it was when now it was so bad that I couldn't do anything. I called my sister to come and take me to the hospital. She did, and I was booked in. I think I was admitted, I think after midnight Saturday, Sunday morning, and they were doing all the checks and stuff, and they realized that now it is so bad. It was now called an incarcerated hernia. It was no longer just a hernia. It was incarcerated to the point where it was now starting to cause damage to some of my organs, and it gets bad to the point where sometimes if it's not dealt with at that point, it stops the blood circulation to certain parts of the body. So that's when they decided that they're going to operate, and yeah, it's an emergency. So I got booked into the hospital Sunday morning, slept there, and they were busy doing checks on me, like running tests. I still have like the drip marks where they were trying to get drips into my body. My veins were so small, they were about to collapse. They couldn't find a proper vein, and they had to draw blood. They ended up having to stick like my IV, the fluid, the drip thing on my wrist here. It was so painful, guys. It was like, oh my word, it was like probably the worst experience of my life. But through all of that, like, I had so much support from my family, my mom, my parents. Oh my word, the prayers that they sent through, the church, people from church who were praying for me, my mom-in-law, like the support that I received, I think that's what the strength that I needed just to get through that whole ordeal. It was terrible, like being rushed to hospital like that, not being able to see my children, oh my word, not being home with my family. I felt like I was going to lose my mind. But in all of that, I could still sense the presence of God with me. Like I could sense that he was there, and his power was there to sustain me through all of it all. And through, oh man, it's a traumatizing experience. It's not nice. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but I think the support that I received helped to build up my faith to say, you know what, this is gonna pass. I'm gonna get through this. And you know what, the grace of God was sufficient. I made it out of hospital. I was in hospital for, I think, how many days? I was booked, admitted Sunday, and I was discharged. The operation and the surgery took place on Tuesday. By Wednesday, I was already walking again. I was able to get off the bed and just walk around the hospital. My sister came to see me, and I was able to walk her out. By Thursday, I was now also going for the physio, and they were trying to get me to eat again. It was hard, but you know what? Like I said, the presence of God was there with me, and I thank God for his grace, and I thank God for his divine protection over my life throughout that whole experience. I thought I was gonna die. Honestly, there was a point where I thought like I'm not gonna make it out of this, but you know what, God pulled through, and he came through, and here I am now. I'm able to even share it to say, you know what, there's nothing that God cannot do. No matter how hard a situation may seem, like you may look like literally you could be facing death in the eyes, and just be like, am I ever gonna make it out of this? The support that I received, my mom's prayers. My mom would wake me up in the middle of the night in hospital, calling me on the phone and say, come, let's pray. And she would pray with me. Like for me, that was just like the boost that I needed. The messages from our prayer groups, from church, like people just checking up on me. The support was so amazing, and I thank God for that like spiritual backing, because when you're in a situation like that, I don't even have the energy to pray for myself or the strength to even believe that I'll be able to get out of the hospital. But like I said, God is always faithful, And that's why I trust in him. Like, that's why I have so much faith. That's why it's so easy for me to come out here and pour out my gratitude to God, because every time he comes through, he always shows up in miraculous and supernatural ways. And now here I am. I'm okay. I'm still not 100% okay. I still have the pains in my stomach because of all the stitches and everything, and the meds, they're keeping me very like mellow and drowsy. Like today I decided not to take them so that I can just come on here and just share. If I had taken them, I wouldn't have energy to do anything, but they're helping me get better as well. I'm able to drop off my daughter at school now. I'm able to just do a bit of chores around the house. Yesterday I had to go to the shops because the kids had been with my mom, with their grandmother, and for the week that I was in hospital. So our little girl, literally, she forgot her toothbrush, her underwear, like her mask, everything went missing. Like, it was just a big, confusion around the house. So yesterday, or on Monday, I think, and Tuesday, she was very quick to remind me that she doesn't have a toothbrush and she needs to brush her teeth. So I need to make a plan. So I had to rush to the shops yesterday. I had to gather all the strength in me just to get to the shops and run a few errands and do what I needed to do. But yeah, with all that being said, I just wanted to come on here and give thanks to God for sustaining me through the challenges that I've been through these past 3 months. It's been hard, it's been hectic, but his grace has always been sufficient, and I give glory to the Most High God. And Jesus is so faithful. The Holy Spirit is so powerful, guys. Like, no doubt about it. I do not even doubt any second that he had left me to figure things out on my own, even though it was hard, even though the pain was so bad that I couldn't see past it. God is always faithful. And I will be surely sharing more videos, sharing more content going forward, and I hope to be more consistent this year. Like, I've been thinking about this channel, the purpose of it all, and where I want it to go, the direction that I want it to take, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the year ahead, and I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, and I hope you guys will be just as excited to join me on this new journey where I share a bit about my life, my family, marriage, my faith in God, and just life in general. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.